Alright. I'm going to start my zombie collection now. My fiance's in the background, but she won't be participating in this because when it comes to zombies, she loves to watch them sometimes, but I really get into them. I dig into them. I'm basically going to start with the best, and I'm not going to say they get worse as they go. I'm just going to start with the ones we all know. Night of the Living Dead. I have the Millennium Edition. The Millennium Edition I really enjoy because it has a lot of neat behind the scenes, like video interviews with Judy Ridley, the final interview with Dwayne Jones. Really? I mean, you feel bad for that one dude. That was kind of wow. I also have Night of the Living Dead, the 40th anniversary, just because I love that cover. Really do. I had to get it. Dawn of the Dead, the Ultimate Edition. This is my favorite out of any of them, out of any zombie movie. Dawn of the Dead, the Ultimate Edition. Comes with an interesting story about that guy, which is also the logo guy. He was just a local dude that they put makeup on to film, and he turned out being the actual icon for the friggin' movie. I bet he was happy. It comes with a little Dawn of the Dead comic book, like an excerpt from the graphic novel. Comes with the U.S. theatrical version, which is George Romero's director's cut. That is his version. That's what he prefers. It comes with the extended version, which is the producer's cut. It comes with the European version, which is Dario Argento's cut, and it comes with documentaries. Every one of these are great. The European version is shorter, but it's more to the point and less comical. The extended version is everything, and it's more violent, more comical, more everything. And the theatrical version is what we've seen. Day of the Dead. Most people were disappointed with this. I really wasn't. I expected maybe a little bit more, but for what it was great. And all three of these are very different on the social commentary. So, Day of the Dead is a great thing to have. Also introduced us to Bub. We all love Bub. Land of the Dead. It was good, but Hollywood, I really don't like it that George Romero went to this big Hollywood movie. It just didn't feel right, but it wasn't bad by any standards. It was good. I enjoyed it. Also, Simon Pegg from Shaun of the Dead and his friend Nick Frost. Nick Frost play zombies in this one, and Simon Pegg is actually on the cover. But you'll see them. They're the ones that are chained up, and people are taking photographs of them. But that's them, because George Romero loves Shaun of the Dead. Diary of the Dead. I was disappointed by it, but all in all, it's a pretty good movie. The sequel, Survival of the Dead, is nothing like this. It's going to be way more Dawn of the Dead, as she said. And I believe him. People call the Night of the Living Dead remake the unnecessary remake. No, it's not. And let me tell you why. George Romero wrote it. There you go. He wrote it. And the reason they did this is because the copyrights to the first movie, they don't get any money from it. And Tom Savini was supposed to do the makeup in the first place. He did the makeup for this and he directed it. It's just kind of weird considering George wrote it. But the ending is stronger. It's not better than the original. It just it's different. And it's not unnecessary. Those stars in the original, they were labeled as like producers and stuff, pseudonyms, so they could get their money. Because when you buy a black and white version, when you buy that black and white Night of the Living Dead, they're getting no money at all. I could release that right now if I wanted to under my name. And yeah. The Dawn of the Dead remake. As a zombie movie, it's amazing. As a remake, it was junk. The Zombies Ran, which I have no problem with, but it's a remake, so, the zombie baby scene was unnecessary by far. The sex was unnecessary. I don't mind seeing a pair of tits, but, I mean, it's unnecessary. Seriously. The original surpasses it by far, and there's nothing like that. Day of the Dead remake, a straight-to-DVD release. The most unnecessary performance of all is Ving Rhames. He had no place in this movie. It's a joke, really. I think of it more as a joke. I don't really like this movie. I like Mina Suvari. I hate Nick Cannon. This just proves more why. It's more of a joke than anything. I really don't take it seriously. Neither should you. The rare version of Dawn of the Dead Zombie. Basically the European version, just with this. Zombie 2. Great movie. And has an amazing scene where a zombie fights a shark. There's also a wood splinter scene where there's one shot going into her eye. It's really great. It's famous for those two. Really good movie if you're looking for some nasty, nasty, mushy, mushy zombies. I'm just going to check how much time we have left. Once again, we're about halfway into it. This zombie pack I got. Zombie 3 is not directed by Dario Argento. Wait, I'm sorry. My bad. It isn't him, but it's also not Lucio Fulci. It's another guy that took credit for it. It's not good. Zombie 3 is bad. Zombie 4 is worse. Zombies that run around and throw up all day long. I haven't even watched this piece of shit. Zombie 5 Killing Birds. I hear there's only one zombie in it. Why would I mean, I just bought it because of Zombie 3. Because I was under the impression Lucio Fulci did it. I was wrong. Let me get some more off the shelf right quick. Here's one. Burial Ground. The Nights of Terror. It's one of the most disgusting zombie movies ever. It's cheesy as hell. It's got incest. It's nasty. And there's a scene that made me and my fiance, she can vouch for it, gag to holy hell because a man was like just sitting there eating intestines, and it just held the shot for like 2-3 minutes, and it was disgusting. It's a guilty pleasure movie. Flesh Eater is junk. It's shit. It's the most low budget piece of crap I've ever seen. It's not the worst zombie film, but it's horrible. Steer clear. Dr. Butcher MD. It's good, but it's not strictly zombie by any means. But it's good. Cemetery Man. Great movie, and you can analyze the fuck out of this all day long. You can just sit around and analyze the crap out of it. The ending, I mean, you can just talk about that ending for hours, really. Great movie. The Dead Next Door. One sec. This will be my last one for this part. The Dead Next Door. The audio for this movie, when it came out, was so bad that Bruce Campbell dubbed the main character's voice. So, in a way, Bruce Campbell's the main character. It's a great movie. It's short, but sweet. It's great. I love it. It's in my top 10 zombie films by far. It's a great movie, and I know if you love Sam Raimi, which he is the unnamed producer on here. And that is part 1 of this. I don't know how many parts there's going to be, but it's part 1.